Hello, this is Mike Swanson. I run the website WallStreetWindow.com, and the odds are you're watching this email because you found out about it by being on my email list. You got an email saying, here's the video, and you click the link. Now, if you didn't get it, if you're not on my email list, you're going to want to get on it because then you'll get my morning updates. Typically, I send out an email before the market open every trading day with what I think are the most important news items to be aware of to help you navigate the markets. So click the link associated with this video if you're not on it. Now, I want to talk to you today about Bitcoin and gold as investments. Bitcoin has been very controversial over the past couple of years. There are many vocal Bitcoin advocates who claim that Bitcoin is a superior investment to gold, to silver, and even the stock market itself. I'm not one of those people. In fact, in 2017, when Bitcoin was having its big run, I was saying, here's some Bitcoin stocks, mining Bitcoin that you can buy it if you want to play it. I actually bought a couple. But then when Bitcoin made its peak and started to go down, I said these stocks are no longer any good, and Bitcoin itself should be sold and gotten out of because it is perhaps the most manipulated market I have ever seen. There is no regulation to these Bitcoin exchanges, so you have so-called whales, so to speak, that easily manipulate prices, and Bitcoin, of course, crashed after hitting 20,000 in 2017. Has been sort of dormant ever since, although it came back a little bit, as you can see from this chart, last year, then dumped with the stock market this March, but now it's coming back. That rally back up has brought renewed excitement. I've been getting emails from Bitcoin people saying, I need to buy, I need to get involved. Well, I have bought some Bitcoin for the very first time ever. And that's really what I want to talk with you about, my experience, because it holds a lot of lessons to what the true value and purpose of Bitcoin for you really is, and for other people. Now, during that run in 2017, there was a mass mania in Bitcoin. And I saw the talk, I'm sure you heard it too, that Bitcoin would replace the US dollar, that Bitcoin is a safe haven that will go up when the stock market goes down, or that Bitcoin will even abolish money as we know it. And of course, now 3 years have gone by and none of those things have happened. In fact, when the stock market has had its drops since then, Bitcoin has completely crashed. It has not acted as a safe haven yet at all. But what I discovered when I bought some Bitcoin last week, and I bought $500 worth of Bitcoins, is that it's very difficult to use it as a store of value or as money. That's what I was actually buying it for. You see, I like to play poker over the years. I've gone do that a couple times a year. Typically, I would go to a casino, play poker tournaments, and now with everything going on in the country, I'm not going to be doing that probably till next year. So I had an itch to let's play some online poker, but to do that, I needed to open up an account and buy some Bitcoins to move into it, to transfer that into money to use in the online poker account because they won't take my credit card. So Bitcoin was the alternative. So I opened up this Bitcoin account, and what happened to me was I was surprised because I wasn't able to quickly move this into the poker account. It said I had 7 days before I could transfer it, so I was I'm still trapped in this crypto Bitcoin thing. And of course, what does it do? It goes down about 6%. And I've also found out that when I do transfer it, I'm going to be hit with transaction fees. So 2 things I found out. Number one, confirmation of what I knew, Bitcoin does not act as a stable store of value. One of the prerequisites for a stable currency. Bitcoin goes up and down too quickly for any sane a business person to want to take Bitcoin and then like treat it like you would money in a bank account, because it just moves up and down too much. That creates volatility risk. And if you're looking for something that's a store of value, stability, it's perhaps the most unstable thing you can have. And it can't act as a currency because of the troubles in moving it around. You're locked in it once you buy it for a period of time, and then you get hit with transaction fees, a tax. It just is not going to replace currency. So those are the problems with Bitcoin. Why I think all those things that we were told by some of these real big advocates of it, that it's going to replace the dollar and replace money. I just don't, think, that's going to happen. But speculation, that is a function of Bitcoin. If you can buy the Bitcoin before it has a big move up, then it can go up in value and serve as an instrument of speculation. So I don't think Bitcoin is really viable as a long-term investment, but if you can time the moves correctly or with luck, then yes, it can be a great instrument of speculation. To me, that's its true purpose. And if you're able to use it that way and win, good for you. But I think we're also reaching what could be a key moment of truth for Bitcoin. You see, people have been saying that it's better than the stock market. Really, it's simply more volatile than the stock market. When the NASDAQ has gone up, since the creation of Bitcoin, Bitcoin has gone up more. But then whenever the stock market has had a pullback, Bitcoin has completely crashed. Once again, it happened this past March. So for Bitcoin to truly become better than the US stock market or gold, it must go up at some point when the stock market is going down. It must break away from the stock market, something it has never done before. Frankly, I have no reason to think it's going to ever do it, but it has to do it if it's going to truly become as good and promising in the long run as so many Bitcoin advocates predict it will be. But I'm not interested in buying things based on predictions of some future that has no demonstration that it's going to happen. I only invest in trends and trade trends. When the trends are up, good. But if the trend is down, not so good. And to beat the market, the stock market, you need to be in things that when the market pulls back, they don't fall as much as the market. And then when the market goes up, they go up more, even make new highs when the market has not done that. I'm speaking of the stock market. And right now, over the past couple of years, gold has been better than the S&P 500. Gold just made a new high last week when the S&P 500 is still well below its highs, even below the 200-day moving average. Same is the case with Bitcoin, still way below that 20,000 level, but gold is not. Gold just made a new 52-week high. Gold is performing better than Bitcoin has done since 2017. Gold is performing better than even the U.S. stock market. So as an investment, gold is superior than Bitcoin. Short-term speculations, if you got a system that can time all that, that's a different story. And really, if you're doing that kind of short-term trading, then you're probably jumping in and out of many things, not just solely tied to one thing, but looking for the best opportunity you can get into at any single moment. And I like gold. I think it's now a critical investment for a portfolio for the next 5 to 10 years to diversify an account as a safe haven, because bonds no longer really pay any meaningful interest, so people need an alternative. But it's also performing so much better, and even better than gold, even better than silver, which is good too, is the action in individual mining stocks, because the best mining stocks are going up even more than gold and silver, more than Bitcoin has gone up on this recent rally, really going up more than just about anything at all in the financial markets. So if we look at this stock chart of Newmont Mining, you can see what it has done. Notice though the indicator on the bottom of the chart dividing the price of Newmont by the S&P 500 to create a relative strength ratio. This ratio goes up when what we're analyzing is going up more than the S&P 500. If the ratio be going down, it was performing worse. Newmont is crushing the US stock market, crushing the performance of Bitcoin. And if you want to beat the markets, you want to be in the sectors and the stocks, the best stocks in those sectors that are beating the performance of the markets. That's how you win at the trading and investing game. And that's what I'm excited about finding and being a part of. I own Newmont, but there's even better small cap mining stocks than it that have better potential to go up at a greater percentage of their entry point at this point. So lots of opportunities in this market. Again, I'm not saying never buy Bitcoin. I'm saying it's not really a viable long-term investment. It has to break away from the stock market completely to really be that. People say it will do that one day, but it never has done it yet. And there's no reason, I believe, to think it ever will. A factual reason that someone can really point to with evidence. Where is it? So be in what the charts show us. And the charts are evidence. They don't necessarily predict the future, but they show you what the trend is now, what is working now, what's the best to be in now. And that is really the most important thing to know if you're trying to beat the markets, to trade and win. So stay tuned for my future updates, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Get my future YouTube videos as soon as they're released. And if you want to be sure you get them as soon as they're released, and you're on YouTube, click the little bell you see near the subscribe button, because then they'll send you the notifications. They don't always do that just because you subscribe, but you want to subscribe, you want to click that bell, and I'll be talking with you later.